Let's continue working on the character's first tug at the weight. The second section is almost completed. We'll finish it up in this lesson. What we need to do is make some adjustments right here on the last part we worked on in the last lesson, where the character's head is moving back to show more tension. And well, what do you think is wrong here in this section? Well, the upper body is not really moving as the head is rotating back when it must. And at times, we can get away with not animating a certain part of the body in a segment of our animation as long as the movement is going to be too subtle to even notice. But here, this is not the case. So let's bring back our control curves, and we'll make our first adjustment on the chest control. Notice as the head moves back, the chest must as well. So we'll work on that. We'll go to frame 65 first, and press Shift W and Shift E so we can isolate where our movement's going to start from, and it'll end on frame 79 when the head's moving back. So now let's go to frame 79 where the head is moving back, and we'll go to the rotate X and just rotate the chest control back some, like that. And we also want to keep in mind the line of action, and we're getting a nice C curve now. So let's check out the movement we're getting if we hit play. Excellent. So now the chest is moving as it should. And we can start working on our next adjustment, which is going to be on the center of gravity, because the center of gravity should be moving as well. And what's going to happen is the body's going to move a little bit closer into the bar and rotate back as well. So again, we'll isolate where our movement's going to start from frame 65, press Shift W and Shift E. Then we'll go to where it's going to end on frame 79, and we'll translate the character down some, inward, and rotate him back until the arms are locked. Okay, great. So now let's check out how our movement's looking now. We'll hit play. Great. That's much better. Let's do another playback just to see if we like it. Alright, that's looking much better. Now, just before we were completed, we're almost done with this section, we can't leave out our scapula controls. They need to be animated as well based off of the movement we just had. So again, we'll isolate their movement. We'll go to frame 65, select both of them, and press Shift E to key the rotate channels. Now when we scrub back, we need to figure out what direction, the direction at which the body's moving, to figure out how we're going to move the scapulas. And since the body is moving inward, closer to the bar, and based off of the hands being planted on the bar, on frame 79, they're gonna want to be rotated slightly back. So we'll start with this left scapula control, and again just rotate it slightly back. And we'll do the same for the right scapula control. Okay, now with those adjustments made, let's start back and just hit play in our animation to see how it's looking. Excellent. And we'll do it one more time, even with the control curves hidden. Great, that's looking much better. And notice we do have the hands kind of sliding off the bar a little bit, so we need to adjust that. We'll go to our center of gravity control and adjust it from there. So, on frame 79, let's just translate the character in a little bit more in the Z. And when we do that, let's see how the movement's looking now. Okay, that's much better. So if we hit play, let's actually do a play blast, because we always don't want to rely on our workspace. So we'll find a nice view to play blast from and start one off. Here's the render. Great. Now we've got the upper body moving some more based off of the head's backward movement to show tension. We're also getting some nice fluidity in our motion too. So the second section in the animation is now completed, as well as this lesson. In the next, we'll begin working on the third section.